OK. Next command series is line. Find it in menu, but first, double-click on top view. Now here, OK. Move the mouse cursor. This is origin, red line is x-axis, green line is y-axis. Move it on first area, OK. See here in status bar, X and Y is positive, and you can see the position of mouse cursor, so good. Go to the second area, now X is negative and Y is positive, third area, both of them are negative, OK. And fourth area, X is positive and Y is negative, OK. Next command, in line, is single line, run it and you must specify the start point of line, click and then, move the mouse, and specify the end point of line. Now you can see the single line, OK, here, in status bar, as you see the grid snap icon is off, check it and again run the single line command. You can move the mouse everywhere to define the start point of line. Do it and, for endpoint is 2, cancel the command and then click on grid snap icon to activate, good. Again run the line command and move the mouse, as you see, you can only move the mouse on this grids. Create start point, and then, define the end point, and you can see the operation of grid snap command. In menu bar, in top of graphic window, tools, in options, in the list, find the grid and click on it, OK. Here, in grid properties, you can edit the distance between the grid lines, now this is 1 mm, OK. You can change this value, OK the dialog box and finish, again check the status bar, ortho icon is off, OK. Again make a new line and check it out, complete the line and then, active the ortho icon, in status bar. Also its shortcut is F8 button in keyboard. Active it and again make a new line, see it in graphic window. You can only make a horizontal or perpendicular line in ortho mode, OK, it's so good. Next command is line segment, find it in menu, also in toolbar, find the command and move the mouse on it, OK. It's here. Line segment is right button of mouse, now you can make several lines respectively, OK, it's so good. Next command is perpendicular from curve, run it and select this straight line, now move the mouse, OK. You can only make a perpendicular line, right-click or enter to apply it, again run the command and now select this curve, and then move the mouse again and check it out the result in graphic window, it's good. Next command is perpendicular to two curves, first select this curve, and then select this top curve, OK. Now you can see the result line, now test it on this bottom curve, and top straight line, OK. It's so good. Check the result and then test it on this top curve, and this bottom straight line, see the result line, so good. Next command is tangent from curve, run and select this curve and move the mouse and see the result line. Check it out the result curve in graphic window and next command is tangent to two curves. OK, so good. Run the command and select this two circles, and see the result line in graphic window, OK, it's so good. Test it and click on other position of circles and see the other solutions. Try to do it and complete the job, okay? The result depended on your click location, and the next command is tangent perpendicular, okay, so good. The result line is tangent to the first object, and perpendicular to the second object, okay, it's so good. Test it on this 2 circles, and again test it on this 2 curves, okay. Okay, now we want to explain the object snaps. In status bar, you can see the O-snap icon, click and activate it. Then you can see this checkboxes here, check each one and use its properties. First is end, but first. Run the line command, now move the mouse on the end of this line. Now active the end checkbox and again move the mouse. Now you can detect the end point of line, and start the line exactly from end point. Again run the line command and move it on the point, okay. Now active the point checkbox in Object Snap. And again you can detect the points now, and start the line from this point. Next Object Snap is midpoint. Mid checkbox, active it and start your line from middle point of this line, okay, it's so good, check it out. Next is center, run the line command and test it without this Object Snap, and then active it and check it out. Do it and complete the job, okay, it's so good. Next is intersection, you can detect the intersection point. Run the line command and test this Object Snap, you need 2 or more intersected objects, like this lines. Check it out and complete the job. And next O-snap is perpendicular. Active it and run the line command. Start point is here, now move the mouse and make a line perpendicular to this other line, okay, it's so good. Next is tangent, again run the line, and start it from out of this circle, and move the mouse and then complete the line tangency to this circle, or arc. Next is quadrant, active it and run the line command. Now you can detect this 4 points on the circle, and start your line from this points. Okay, it's so good. We test this Object Snaps only with the line command, but you can test it on all other drawing tools. Check it out yourself later, okay. Next command is angled, run it from menu, curve, and then, start of baseline, click here, end of baseline. Make a horizontal line as baseline, now specify the pivot angle, for example 45 degrees, okay, good. Now move the mouse and specify the end of line. Also you can use the both side, test it in graphic window. And complete the angled line, okay, so good. Next is bisector, run it and then click here. Start of bisector line, now move the mouse and click here, again move the mouse, see this 2 lines and this bisector line. Click and now move the mouse and specify the length of result line, okay, it's so good. Next command is from 4 points, first define the start and end point of baseline, Okay, it's so good. And then define the start point and end point of result line. Okay, now double-click on top view and back. And the next command is vertical to C-plane. Click here to define the start point, now in perspective. Move the mouse and see the result point perpendicular to this C-plane. OK. Next command is normal to surface. Run it and select surface. Now define the start point of line. OK. Click and then move the mouse, and check it out the line that is normal to selected surface. OK. Test it more and more on other points. Good. Next commands series is polyline. Run it and make the lines respectively. You can make unlimited lines. Try to do it and complete the job. Okay, it's so good. Next command is through points. Run it and then. It's enough to select this points respectively, and no need to use the object snaps. Complete the selection and you can see the polyline here. OK. Next commands series is rectangle, and first is corner to corner. Click here to define the first corner and then click here and define the second corner. Now you have a rectangle here. Next is center and corner. OK. First click here to define the center of rectangle, and next is corner of rectangle. It's so easy, very good. Next is 3-point. First click is start point of line. Move the mouse and define the end point of the line. OK. Now move the mouse and you can only move it perpendicular to the previous line. Move the mouse and click. Now you can see the rectangle, and the next command is vertical. First back to the 4 viewports mode. OK. And set the viewports and now run the command and make a line on top view. Complete the line and then move the mouse and see the vertical rectangle on perspective view. OK, it's so good. Also you can see the rectangle commands in toolbar. It's here. OK. Next commands series is polygon. Find it in menu, curve. Run the center radius command, in command line. Number of sides, default is 5. Click and change the number of sides. Back again and then in graphic window, click to define the center of polygon, then move the mouse and define the radius. OK, it's so good. Also default mode is inscribed. You can change it to circumscribed, finish it and next command is by edge. Run it and then in graphic window, first click is corner edge of polygon, move the mouse and complete it. OK, it's so good, and next command is star. Again you can change the number of sides, do it here. And then click to define the center of star, move the mouse and define its radius. OK, it's so good. Again move the mouse and complete the star shape. OK. Next command series is Freeform, and first is control points. Make several points respectively and then check it out the result curve, test it more and see the curve, also change the degree value, OK. Try to do it and complete the job and test it more and see its operation on graphic window, OK. Do it and complete the job and then apply the command, and now you can drag this handles and then edit the freeform shape. Try to do it and complete the shape editing, OK, it's so good. And next command is Interpolate point. Again make several points respectively and see the past curve through the points, OK. Again you can change the degree and finally OK the command. Again click on it and now, see this handles. Drag and move this handles and edit the shape of this result curve. Try to do it and complete the job, OK. Do it and finish the process, and next command is Handle Curve. Click to start the job, and then, here. You can see this handle, move it more and edit the shape of curve, then make a next point and again use the handle. Try to do it and complete the job and check it out its operation in graphic window. Test it more and check the result again and again. So strong and powerful command, OK, good. And next is Sketch. Run the command, click and then, it's enough to move the mouse everywhere, OK. And you can create a freeform hand sketch, test it more, OK. Also find the freeform commands in toolbar, OK. Next command is Interpolate on surface. We have a surface here. Run the command and then select surface. Now create several points respectively and make a interpolation curve on surface, OK, it's so good. Apply and finish the command. Now check it out in graphic window and see it carefully more and more, OK. The curve absolutely placed on surface. It's so important and useful command, and the next command is Sketch on surface. Run it and select surface. Click to define the start point of curve, and then on surface. It's enough to move the mouse and create a hand sketch on surface. Apply and finish the command and then check it out in graphic window carefully. It's so strong and powerful command, OK. OK, we have several points and a polyline here. Next command is Fit to Points. Run it and then select all these points respectively. Try to do it and complete the selection, OK, it's so good. Now apply. And see the result curve that fitted to the selected points. Check it out more and in command line. Change the degree value more and more, test the one, then increase it again and see the changes. Try to do it and check it out carefully. Next command is Fit to Polyline. Run it and select this polyline here. And apply the command and see the result curve. Again change the degree value in command line, OK. And see the result, OK. next command is, continue control point curve, run it and select this top curve near the end, OK, good. And make other control points, try to do it and complete the job, OK, it's so good. And the next command is, continue interpolated curve, run it and select this bottom curve, and do the same job for this curve, OK.